What's up, gang? This is Apollo here with the music enthusiasts, and we are doing my very first interview.
I'm Sarah from the Music Enthusiast, and today I'm joined by the up-and-comer Apollo. First ever interview. How are you doing?
Good. I'm actually feeling so great right now. I just finished recording with my homies and high energies right now. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be talking to you. I recently discovered your music, and I'm so hyped about everything you're doing right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. The basic question right now is, how have you been doing with everything happening in the world?
I think when we first got hit by everything, it was pretty hard. My mindset kind of just went straight to the negative, like there would be no way out of this. But that changed over time. I took a lot of time to just work on myself, work on my craft, work on my sound, perfecting that. And in doing that, I made a lot of revelations about myself and discoveries about my sound that people are about to hear pretty soon with the records we got coming.
Do you feel as if your music has evolved throughout the time?
Crazy amount. Because like I took this like 5 month hiatus after I dropped this collection over the summer with my brothers, and just trying to like figure myself out again. I was getting hit with like a lot of different things coming with the world and my personal life that I just wanted to be secure in my sound, and I wasn't yet. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And I got hit with the fact that I wasn't and had to start experimenting all over again to figure that out. So yeah.
You're doing great so far, if I do say so myself. No problem. You started your music career a few years ago, but was music always the thing you wanted to do with your life?
Music was actually not, I've wanted to do so many things. I've tried, designing clothes, doing YouTube. I've been acting all of my life. Doing soccer, basketball, like trying my hand at everything to see what was really for me. But um, like you said, music was only found me a couple of years ago. But it's funny because like I was talking to my dad, and I found I didn't find out, but I always knew that, he was a lead vocalist in a go-go band when I was a kid. And then my grandfather, his dad, who passed away now, was a lead vocalist in a band in Jamaica. So like the way I think about the universe and energy and everything, I knew it would always find its way to me. It just took its time.
Yeah, fate definitely always finds its way, and I love that. And one thing I realized while listening to your music was that there is always almost always like an exclamation point after each title. So is that like, oh my God, I didn't notice that. Is that
Yeah.
intentional? Like, what does it mean to you?
So when we first started, I came up with the name Apollo based off of Greek mythology, the god of music, the god of art, and just, everything arts and crafts and knowledge and whatnot. I was kind of blind and ignorant to like the other names that Apollo was already attached to. So like Apollo Creed and then like Apollo 11 and all those things. So like we had first released under that name, and then I was made aware of everything else Apollo like then. So I had to think of something to add like a creative spin. And I don't know if you've ever listened to X's music before, but he had this one album that was just a question mark and based around that. So I kind of just did my own spin, added an exclamation point to the symbol behind it is just like adding positivity behind anything we're ever talking about. So like I have this one record called Trauma where we're like literally talking about like although it's crazy hip hop, up record, we're speaking on some things that like have left us damaged, but we're always coming out of it better. That's the point of the exclamation mark. Is a symbol that like no matter what I'm talking about, no matter how rough it may seem, the exclamation point is there to remind you that it will get better at some point down the line. Just got to have faith.
Yeah, I love that. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and I love how you put that into your music. So is that sort of like hard sometimes to do that for you?
Oh, you have no idea. Like I've been writing in those months away. I was telling you I was writing a lot. There's some songs that I have where I speak on like really hard topics, and under the title, I'll write like this is the hardest song to put an exclamation point after.
Mhm.
So like there are those moments where like I don't even think that the exclamation point should be there, but I know for the narrative I'm creating, I have to always put it there just to keep reminding everybody that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. If you don't see it now, you'll see it later.
I love that. Writing songs, do you write down the lyrics or do they just come to mind while you sing it?
Yeah, I got this one
Oh my
just,
God.
just finished, like all written stuff, like all throughout, just straight written lyrics. I just finished that like 2 weeks ago, and I just started in this one. So yeah, like if I'm feeling something, an emotion, I'll grab my book, write the thoughts out, write the lines out, everything's written. I used to freestyle a lot, but things started getting a little bit boring, repetitive. I wasn't talking about anything important. So I was just like, let's start writing things out, manifesting them, everything in a bag of chips.
Those books are incredible. Um,
Thank you.
Sometimes when like writing them down, do you ever like take a break from them and then like come back to them later, like look through them sometimes?
Sometimes maybe if I like start writing things out and then I just stop liking the beat after I finish like writing down the hook and then the verse scheme isn't something I want to keep going with, that's when I'll stop. But most of the time it's me fully writing out the song, just to get those thoughts out. Cause sometimes I won't record half of those or 90% of them are just not recorded, but they're part of my therapy process and like getting emotions and thoughts out. So like I try my best to always finish things, but like I said, if I don't, I don't.
And now on to Good Girl. It's your newest track,
Yes.
the second track off of your upcoming project. So could you tell me more about it?
So Good Girl is just this record that's gut wrenching, head bopping, a lot of guitar, a lot of drums. It's my attempt in meshing all different genres into just me and not trying to get boxed into one thing, one sound, one genre, one movement. The message and story behind it is just like just been a lot of heartbreak. And in that your mind gets kind of one tracked, and the way my mind was when I made the song and wrote it all out was just that like everyone's bad. Like all the good girls are gone. All of them are bad. Like there's no good one in sight. Everyone was doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So it's just like, you know what? We're just gonna put a song out about it. Because like I was getting hurt a lot, right? And then I had these songs in my like unreleased vault, and I was just like, I don't have a song in here to help me out in this moment, like how I feel right now. So I wrote Good Girl, recorded it, and was like, this is it. This is like this is the song I needed to hear to feel in this moment. I obviously don't believe that all girls are bad. It's just like a moment that came across my mind after getting hurt in the same ways after like a complete cycle and heavy rotation. So that's just the product of all of those emotions from, just getting hurt.
It's sort of ironic how the title is called Good Girl, but you're talking about how like they're
Yeah.
not so good. I love
Yep. That's what you got to do with music. You play, it's the play on words, the play on art, the play on your creative pieces.
I love that. And in your Spotify bio, you're described as a genreless, and I love that. Who inspires you to make music? Like, how would you describe your music?
My inspiration, everyone asks me this, and it's so hard to keep it like small and contained because I swear that like from the first artist I ever heard, which I don't really remember, like every influence musically and sonically that's taken apart in just my growth is never ending, like okay, starting off simple inspirations, Drake and Lil Wayne, their lyricism is ridiculous, and that's the point where I want to get to. And then you have like the effect on the youth from Juice World, X, and then Jaden Smith. So like inspirations like that for leaving an impact on the youth, and then lyricism from Drake, and then Lil Wayne, and then experimenting with Travis and like Kanye and Cudi type situations. So like there's inspirations from that world, and then we just bring it all the way to like the rock world where you got just so many
Yeah,
different inspirations. I can't name them all. I don't want to waste your time, but just know that my inspirations are never from one specific genre. They're from everywhere you can ever think of.
I love that. This is a fun question. If you could live in a music video, which music video would you choose to live in?
Oh, what music video would I live in? Sheesh. Oh, there's this. I gotta give it to ASAP Rocky. That LSD video was crazy. The LSD video is actually that's one of my favorite videos ever. Just the trippy visuals, and then when he breaks down from LSD to "Excuse Me" in the middle of the video, the shots, the direction behind it. like I said, I act before, so I take notes of everything, the shots they use, how they shot it, where from, the B-roll, all that stuff. It's crazy. So definitely LSD by A$AP Rocky. That video is one of my favorites.
Awesome. And I'm gonna add this question right now. If you could describe your music as an animal, which animal would it be?
Oh, as an animal.
Yeah.
Sheesh. What animal would you say is like the most free and creative and unique in themselves?
Oh my god. I don't know why, but I'm getting like a puma vibe.
Puma.
I have no idea why. I don't think
Mm,
they're creative, but
I was gonna say I don't know about creative pumas. Uh, I don't know. I'd say like a Firebird.
ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there was this new emoji that they dropped in this iOS 14 update that has this like heart, but the heart's on fire. So that's where my mind just went to,
I haven't
Firebird.
seen that. Oh my god.
Yeah. You know, like thinking about an animal just flying in the sky, but like still just on fire, like doing their own thing all the time, you know? That's how I am. I'm always on fire. Even when I think I'm not, I'm always on fire.
Awesome. I can see that now. That makes total sense. Before I was thinking like creative animals, I was thinking like elephants can paint. I've seen them paint before, but like your choice makes perfect sense now.
Thank you.
Last question. Who are your favorite artists at the moment? We're always down to shout out artists.
Ooh, right
So,
now
yeah.
there's this new, not internet money artist, but he's been working heavy with internet money called Dro Kenji.
Mhm.
He's crazy fire. Me and my roommates have had him in heavy rotation. The Kid Leroy was a heavy inspiration for this next project coming out. Who else? Let me look through my save library. Definitely Dro Kenji and Kid Leroy though. Those are the people I've been listening to a lot. Kenny Mason, another fire artist. Um, have you heard this new Justin Bieber album?
Yeah, I have. It's so good.
This Justin Bieber album is ridiculous. We have been waking up and playing Peaches every day. Peaches is such a crazy song. One is such a beautiful record. But yeah, right now has been a heavy Dro Kenji, Kid Leroy, Justin Bieber, those new albums.
Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much for letting me interview you. I
Of
can't
course,
wait for
thank you
what's
for
to come
having
next.
me. I appreciate this using your platform to help me out. Thank you guys.
No problem. I can't wait for what's to come next. I can't wait for the upcoming project. I
Oh,
think you are gonna blow up. I literally
we know.
think it.
We know. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's going to happen soon.
It will.
Only time will tell.